I was out of town over this week. My grandmother died. She died a couple weeks ago. And you never quite know when somebody's sick, when they're going to die. So when I would talk to her, last thing I would say would just be, I love you. And that was a choice that I made because, you never know. And when I talk to my parents, that's the last thing I say to them now. They're in perfect health. When you're at the end of life, you don't necessarily want to spend your time talking about the laundry or whatever. You want to make it something of significance, hopefully, and we don't always get that chance. Life is life, and we have to live with that. But Jesus, at the end of his life, spent some time with his disciples. And, Jesus talks a lot in the Gospels. I don't know if you've ever noticed that. But he has a bit to say. Typically, when he talks, it's just a snippet, like a little paragraph, maybe a couple words. This one scene at the end of Jesus' life goes through all these pages. It's sort of him talking, just sort of nonstop. And there are moments of conversation where people ask him questions or whatever. But it's 5 whole pages of Jesus talking. At the end of his life, when he's about to go and die, he's trying to leave the disciples, his disciples, with, these are his final thoughts. These are the last things he wants to communicate to them. And he taught them for 3 years. He had a long time. And now at the end, he's trying to sum it up. And so I want to read for you one of these things that he has to say as a way to help us get at this question of what is a disciple. And so I want to invite you, I'm going to read it 3 times. I want to invite you in the silence to reflect on it. And when you hear the chime, come back to worship. Jesus said, "My Father is glorified by this, that you bear much fruit and become my disciples." Jesus said, "My Father is glorified by this, that you bear much fruit and become my disciples." Jesus said, "My Father is glorified by this, that you bear much fruit and become my disciples."